What happens if your visa is curtailed? Well, you'll normally be given 60 days permission to stay in the UK. But the point I want to make is that the 60 days only runs from the point that they actually process the notification. So I've seen cases where it takes a year to process the notification. And then the people concerned are then given an additional 60 days. So really, in those examples, they had 14 months. So you can see here the guidance. Essentially, there's normally 60 days given, but it does depend on the circumstances. But 60 days is the standard. Let's just consider then an example case based on fictional dates purely for illustration purposes. Let's say that your notification was made on the 15th of February 2022. So that's when you notified the Home Office. Now that could be in a case of a relationship breakdown, for example, if you're on a dependent visa. It could be on the 28th of February 2023, so over a year later, that the Home Office then responds with their curtailment notice, giving you until the 29th of April, let's say, as the curtailment date. So giving you this effectively the 60 days, more or less, from the point that that they actually process the application. So the example letter that you would get would be something like this. Dear Mrs. Smith, and then they give your reference. Your permission to enter the United Kingdom on whichever route it was has been cancelled, so that it now ends on another date. So that would be usually 60 days out. You now have until that date to either leave the UK or make another application to stay here. So, brief point, but an important one. You may think you have 60 days, but you may in fact have much longer, depending on how long the Home Office takes to process the notification, or as it may be the case, that they delay the processing of your notification for a long time. Now, do be careful here, because of course it's possible that they are, in your case, much faster. They process the application much faster. And in certain cases with curtailment, I've dealt with a relationship breakdown example, but in certain cases it might be the sponsor who's under a legal duty to notify the Home Office within a certain time. Or let's say if there's a course coming to an end at a university, and you're a student and your visa is curtailed, then the college or university, as may be the case, have a duty to notify the Home Office promptly. So sometimes the date of the notification effectively depends on the route. Sometimes in relationship breakdown cases, you need to look at what the appropriate point is to notify. So if you're on a relationship-based visa, in other words, is it at the point that you stop living together? Is it at the point of divorce? I've done some other videos on divorce and the point at which the duty to notify crystallizes. So I hope that's helpful, and feel free to contact me if you are in this situation. I have a consultation service, and you can book a consultation with me by clicking on the link below and select a time from my calendar. I'd be pleased to speak with you. Thanks and bye for now.